Creating content for your monthly membership site can be a big task. When you create your monthly membership site, you will need to come up with new content every so often, depending on your publishing schedule. Of course, this doesn't necessarily apply to membership sites which use software as a service. But if your membership site is content-based, the content creation can be an arduous and time-consuming aspect. It can take a lot of time to create content on such a regular basis, from technical glitches to writer's block, which happens more often than not. There are a bunch of external causes that can delay your content creation efforts. You'll suddenly find yourself being stressed out with having to create content that often, which is not what passive income is all about. Luckily, you don't have to create the content all by yourself. There are quite a few options out there which can help you come up with content. The first option you can have is to outsource the content creation to professional freelancers. Having your content outsourced to a creative professional gives you more time to focus on other things which need your attention. If you go about this right, you can end up with content which is way above standard, which will in turn keep your members satisfied, and you can get a freelancer to create any kind of content which you need. Some of the material you might want to look at outsourcing are blog posts, articles, animated videos and slide presentations, voiceover work, video transcripts, and visuals. You can even outsource software creation to a freelancer. And you can find freelancers online very easily and for very cheap rates too. Just visit outsourcing sites like Fiverr, Elance, and Upwork, which is a great hub of creative professionals. So you might be thinking, why should I pay extra to outsource? Well, here's the reason. By outsourcing to others who are more expert than you could save yourself more time and effort. You don't have to spend time doing research for the content creation part. Let someone else smarter and better do the content creation for you. In fact, by outsourcing to others, you would enjoy a greater flexibility and access to innovative ideas. Also, you'll have more time to focus on your core business. You are able to work on what really matters inside your business, increasing workflow and allowing projects to finish faster. When working with freelancers and outsourcing your content work, you need to take extra precaution when passing on instructions and briefs to your freelance writers and designers. To create amazing content for your members, your brief needs to strike a balance between being comprehensive and concise. Be sure to be specific with regards to the content topic, and also try your best to make sure the content fits in well with the rest of your membership site's tone and style. Also, remember that you want to work with skilled professional writers, not the group of self-proclaimed writers which you can find in abundance on sites like Fiverr. You want to be sure to do significant research before outsourcing your content creation to someone who claims to be a word master. When it comes to freelancers, try not to be blinded by the cheapest rates. Cheap rates can sometimes translate into cheap content. You can and should still research for valuable rates, just make sure you know what you're paying for. Be sure to go through their profile of previous work. Contact them for samples if you have to. You want to make sure you find a content creator who suits the type of content you need for your membership site. Freelancers was option 1. Another option that you have is purchasing rights to existing content, or PLR products. PLR stands for Private Label Rights. Once purchased, PLR content can be legally edited, rebranded, and resold as your own. That's to say that when you purchase PLR content, you own all or most of the intellectual property rights to the said work. Usually, you can claim full authorship to a PLR product, and you can make as many edits to these products as you see fit. The rights which you gain from PLR products vary from product to product. Most websites that sell PLR content will provide a list of rights which come along with the purchase of each individual PLR product. They don't even cost very much to purchase. You can find ebooks for under $5 and articles for less than $1. However, you should always double-check the quality of the PLR products you purchase. You want to find PLR content which is of a certain standard and quality. Also, be ready to do some heavy editing and formatting. PLR content is a base which you will need to build on because, as is, the content just doesn't have enough value for your membership site. While you can use ready-made PLR products as content for your membership site as is, I would advise against it because PLR content is usually very bare and has a low perceived value. What you need is some editing and embellishing. That is the best way to add value to the content and to ensure that the content that gets shared on your monthly membership site meets expectations. At the end of your edits, your content should look and feel like a top-notch, one-of-a-kind, original content. You'll also find that most PLR products are relatively skeletal and bare, with little to no formatting or design. It's kept very black and white so that it can be customized. For this reason, it's best that you consider adding a few headlines, inserting 1 or 2 visuals, or even adding a whole new section. All this is in the interest of rebranding the content. A lot of people use PLR content as well, so you want to make sure that your content looks and sounds fresh. Who knows how many other websites have purchased and published the exact same PLR article? What a nightmare it would be for your members who are paying to be in an exclusive membership site but are instead receiving less than exclusive content in return. You can also look into curating content from more than just one PLR source. Purchase 2 or 3 PLR articles on your chosen topic instead of 1. Then, mix and match and create a hybrid product which is 2 to 3 times more comprehensive. Finding contributors is the third and final method with which you can use for finding content for your membership site. Third-party contributors are people whom you invite to write periodically on your website. Unlike freelancers, these contributors aren't hired or paid by monetary means. While third-party or guest contributors are a great way to get some extra content on your membership site, it's not a viable means of constant content. This basically means that contributors cannot and should not be used to create the bulk of your content. That said, it's a great way to boost the quality of your content and shake things up so that your members don't only hear your single opinion on things. However, you should look to control the amount of contributed articles that you fit into your publishing schedule. After all, the membership site has your name on it. Now, how are you supposed to approach those experts? Well, it's very easy actually. There are a few ways you can find some experts of your field. The first one would be to look at Facebook groups. Popular social media platforms like Facebook gather a huge amount of experts around the world. So simply log into your Facebook account and search for the groups you want to find. But of course, you do need to filter yourself to see which group is more relevant and legitimate to you. Next is through your mailing list. A mailing list is a distribution list allowing a group of subscribers to automatically receive by email all messages sent to the list. Blogs and news columns are useful too. You will never want to underestimate the power of professional bloggers. Sometimes, bloggers will use experts to guest blog. Start your search on this, and maybe you'll find something even better than you expected. Last, take part in networking events where you will definitely meet someone who will really help you in your business. Go ahead and socialize with the people in the event. I'm sure you'll find someone helpful. Last but not least, how do you get experts to share their content? This is the time where the beauty of speaking techniques comes in. You may ask 3 to 5 specific questions for your guest expert in his or her topic. You have to be clear and specific. There is no point for you to beat around the bush when it comes to asking questions. Also, you need to get yourself prepared earlier by lining up a few expert guests in advance. The best thing about asking questions is the expert does all the content.